Hey guys, what's up? It's Hayley. Today I'm going to show you how to get this Lady Gaga as the Countess inspired makeup look. Super wearable, right? This blood is so sticky and tastes terrible. If you would like to see how I did this look, then just keep on watching. How do I ever start these things? Because okay, so I'm gonna start with my skin. I typically do. I have like a reference image of like my favorite kind of look Gaga did this season, and the whole thing of like this makeup look is it like looks very lived in. So like the skin is very soft. There's like a lot of, it's meant to look like a lot of like natural oils. Everything's kind of like not greasy, but just like really soft. So I'm just making sure to incorporate a lot of oils. So I already start every day with like my Milk hydrating oil. So I already did a layer of that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix, this foundation has been like my favorite again. I've like gotten back in the habit of it. It's the Makeup Forever. It is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick. I use the shade, wow, Y225. I'm dropping everything. And then I'm just going to mix it with this incredible Brightening drops. It's just like so beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and mix those two just so I can get the coverage, but it'll still be quite glossy on the skin. Alright, so for my cream contour, I like to go in with my Milk Matte Bronzer Stick in the shade Blaze. And to conceal and brighten a little bit, I'm taking my Milk Flex Concealer in the shade Cream. I have like two little stains because I actually wore like the Milk tattoo stamps yesterday, and they're just there forever now. So let's just hope that this can cover them up. So to just like lightly set my under eyes and the rest of my face, I'm going in with my Milk Light Blurred Set Powder, just because my under eyes crease like a motherfucker. Alright, so for this next step, I'm just going to be contouring my round egg-shaped face. I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. Specifically like going based off Gaga's like contour and just like her beautiful face. She's got just like amazing cheekbones, and they're also like quite sunken in, and they look like probably a little bit extra contoured too. So I'm going to try to do that same thing. And with that, I'm going to be taking the contour more so in the hollows here, like closer to my mouth. Nose contouring. Okay, so you know what? People tell me that like, they'll be like, oh, like you kind of look like Lady Gaga, but I think it's just because I have a big nose. It's also like a rite of passage to get like a nose job in my family because, you know, like ethnic tings and we all have huge noses. But no, Gaga's embraced, like taught me to embrace my nose. I'm just gonna contour her down a little bit, or at least like just give my nose like a little bit of definition. Stick with that like dewy kind of like lived in skin feel. I'm gonna go ahead with my MAC Fix Plus and apply quite a bit of this. You really want everything to just kind of melt into the skin because we're kind of done with the face powders for now. I love the smell of Fix Plus so much. If I'm ever in a coma, I just spray a little bit of this and I'll wake up. We're actually gonna go on to the brows. So an iconic part of Gaga's look in this is she's got like the bleached blonde hair and then like these like beautiful bleached eyebrows. I haven't gotten my you see these roots, I haven't gotten them done in who the fuck knows how long. I also just moved back to my hometown, which is small. everything is so far away, and I don't have a car. So I don't know when I'm gonna get my hair done next. So we're gonna just disregard that, live the fantasy, and just like imagine me having no roots. And I haven't bleached my eyebrows in forever, so we're gonna fake it. So I'm gonna show you how I typically will fake bleaching my brows when I like don't have the energy to bleach them. Because, you know what, last time I got, where's my brush? Last time I bleached my eyebrows, I got a little bit too ballsy. And I don't know shit about shit. So all I had at home in terms of bleach was like 40 volume developer, and was like, yeah, this is fine. I was like, I don't know what these numbers mean, but like it should be fine. And then I burnt my skin so fucking bad. I like heard my skin popping and just in multiple different places. So I was like, I'm gonna take a break on bleaching my brows. So we go fake this shit. So to do that, I like to use like a super full coverage concealer. I like to use like the Tarte Shape Tape or whatever like super full coverage foundation or concealer you have. The lighter the better though. And what I'm gonna do, in my case I have like, I think the lightest shade of the Shape Tape, it's shade Fair. And I'm gonna take some of this and just apply it to the back of my hand so it's easy to grab onto. And I'm gonna be taking, I use this brush every day and the number and everything is gone. It's an Anastasia Beverly Hills brow brush, so it's like quite thin, and then there's like the little spoolie on the end of it. So the first main step of this is I'm actually just gonna go ahead and just spoolie the concealer actually through. I'm actually just brushing my brows out beforehand too. So I just kind of brushed my brows out, and I'm gonna go ahead and just start kind of dipping my spoolie into that concealer. I'm not going to put a ton on right away because it kind of will get like a little bit gloopy, and I'm just going to brush it through. Something important also is make sure that you're like back combing, so you're also kind of getting all angles of the hairs. Another important tip I should mention is also make sure that you're not like pressing down so that you're getting concealer on your skin, because then it's just going to look a little bit messy. So just be super light-handed and build it up just very slowly. So that's what one layer looks like. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and after it's dried I might add like a little bit more. But I find when it's wet, when you add a little bit too much, it'll just kind of, again, it'll get a little bit clumpy. Alright, so this is just like a few layers of the concealer. Let's let it dry though. Come back to the brows if we feel like it needs a little bit like touching up or a little bit something. Alright, so now we're gonna move to the eyes. Now I have more of a plan. Okay, so just because I don't want to get anything on the face, I am gonna bake under the eyes a little bit just to kind of catch whatever fallout there might be. So to do that again, I'm just gonna go back in with my milk setting powder. Alright, just to kind of ensure that nothing breaks up. I find that everything on my chin breaks up. My smile lines break up like crazy. If someone wants to pay for filler for me, I wouldn't mind that. Alright, so for this specific kind of look, it's almost like she has like the outline of kind of like this cat eye shaped shadow. So we're gonna just slowly start building that up. I'm gonna use like a very tiny blending brush. This is where I can't really help you guys out too much. This is how little the brush is. I'm pretty sure I stole this from my mom, and I'm pretty sure she got this from Walmart like 20 years ago in like a little set. So I'm sure you can find it on like something similar, but it's just like really fluffy, but also like very tiny. So it'll make sure everything still applies really lightly. So I'm gonna go ahead with kind of like a light brown. So in the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye palette, I have the matte one here. I'm gonna go ahead with this shade first. that is one eye done, and I just kind of flicked out a wing. I overlined over my natural crease just because her eyes are also super big, and then I just kind of let everything match up at the end, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so I'm actually going to go in with an even lighter transition shade now. I'm going to be taking this like very light, kind of like taupey gray shade, taking it on a much fluffier brush too. Focus. And it is the Morphe M433 brush. This is just to kind of diffuse it even more. Alright, so now that we have blended that out even more, I'm going to go ahead and take a slightly deeper brown. So I'm going to take this shade now, and I'm just further going ahead in with that little brush and just defining it a little bit more. Blending out the eyes right now is I'm actually going to go in with this deeper gray shade right over here. It's such a neutral kind of gray brown all over the eye that I'm just kind of trying to go back and forth to really achieve that. Take a smaller blending brush. I'm taking the Morphe M506 brush, going back in with that light gray and then a little bit of the deeper gray. We're just going to mix the two of them, and I'm specifically going to be blending this into like the inner corner here, just to kind of deepen this up. So now that we have kind of like the main shape of the shadow done, she kind of has like a really soft liner going on, but it doesn't look like an actual like liquid liner or anything. Like it looks like they just used shadow for it. So I'm gonna go ahead between, focus please. There we go. Between like that deep gray and then a bit of the black, and I'm just gonna trace that out and kind of blend it into the side of that cat eye wing. To do that, I'm going to be taking a little Bobbi Brown brush. This is just their ultra fine eyeliner brush. I'm just going to be kind of smudging it into the lash line. in like the gray and the black shade, just so everything is like very, very soft. And what I like about this kind of shape of eyeliner is it really like elongates your eyes, so it kind of gives you that like bedroomy, like soft, smoky, sultry look that Gaga has like throughout the whole season, and just like in real life because she's so hot. I ain't wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye really quick. Alright, so that's kind of like the main gist of the eyes. We're gonna obviously finish up, but that's kind of like the main shape of the liner and shadows. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just kind of brush away the bake powder. And to actually finish up the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead just along the lower lash line. Again, just with that kind of deep gray shade. I actually just went back into my brows and just added a little bit more concealer since they had dried down. It's not perfect. My brows are like super dark in general, so it's fine. If you want to commit to it, though, bleach your brows because it like looks really sick. I just didn't feel like doing that today. I mean, commit to your art, but like I'm also a lazy bitch. Alright, so I'm actually just gonna go ahead with a layer of mascara. In a lot of these photos, it looks like she's either wearing like the most natural lashes or like barely anything. I think I might do some like light lashes though, because mine are like so non-existent. I'm going in with the Milk Kush mascara. Alright, so I'm gonna move on to the base really quick, and I'm just gonna add like a little bit of nose highlight just to kind of center it a little bit more. I like to use the Solstice palette, and I just use like a super tiny brush. To highlight the rest of my face, what is it? I'm actually going to go back in with the Fenty Beauty Diamond Dust highlight. It's in diamond, I keep calling it Diamond Dust, it's Diamond Bomb in How Many Carats? Because the thing is, her skin just looks really glowy. I don't know, it's my tutorial, I want to add fucking glitter, so we're gonna put glitter on. And it's just my favorite. And what I like to do to kind of make the skin look super glowy kind of all throughout is I'll take the highlight really, really far into my face. Just kind of catches it from like all angles, and it just makes the whole face kind of look very soft. There's that. I also want to add like her cute little beauty mark. So I'm going to go in with the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. Hers is a little further down. I have one a little further up, so I'm just going to put it right on top of my own. Mentioned, I did put eyelashes on, as you can probably tell. I like barely have nails, and I somehow managed to dig my whole nail into my eyeshadow. It's the worst also when it's like brown eyeshadow, because it literally just looks like shit under your nails. Anyways. What was I even saying? Eyelashes. I did put on a pair of like super natural lashes, and then I actually cut off quite a bit of it, so I only really applied it kind of like halfway onto my eye, just to again kind of give more of like a lifted look. So I'm using Ardell 252 lashes. They're like quite small, just to add like a little bit of fullness. And kind of like the last step of like the makeup before getting into like the blood and the fun stuff is the lips. Her lips have like this really beautiful kind of like ombre, kind of like berry red tone to it, so we're using 3 different lip products. I'm going to start off with a Kat Von D lip liner. It's in the shade Homegirl, so it's just like a super deep purple. lipstick and it's in the shade Dare You. Alright, the lipstick is finally on. I don't know why that took me like literally 20 minutes to put on. But here she is. This is kind of like the main final product of this look, and just in terms of like the makeup. So now for the fun part, blood. Do you ever just like keep a bag of fake blood? Because I do. Oh my god, did it spill on? Okay. So I have the Graftobian blood gel. So this guy doesn't taste very good, in case you like have ever wondered. I'm trying to think of the least messy way to do this, because every time I do this I make a huge mess of blood everywhere. You know, I'm just gonna like get naked. From different looks that she's done, like two main kind of things. So one of the looks, she's got the blood just kind of dribbling from her mouth, then there's another one where she's got blood like all over her neck. So we're gonna do both. I'm gonna zoom you out a little bit actually. This is actually, believe it or not, I tried to like clean my room behind me, and like it's messy. Messy. I'm going to do the rest of this actually with my fingers, because I like the way that she has it just kind of like smeared on her neck, so we're going to do that. Just going to like kind of like smudge it. Here is the final Gaga as the Countess look. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have realized I've posted this on my socials so many times. I feel like I have to do like a Gaga like Countess look every like couple of months just to like stay alive, because I love it so fucking much. Like I feel powerful right now. Like I will eat your heart out. So yeah, I've mentioned this already, but I posted on my Instagram last night and was posting about the possibility of doing like an American Horror Story like series on my channel where I just recreate my favorite looks. And honestly, someone submitted to me that I should do like a Madison Montgomery look. And I was gonna do the look of like when she comes back from the dead in like season 3 and she like looks so nasty. But I don't smoke cigarettes, so I don't have one on hand and wasn't like willing to go out and buy like a shitty cigarette today, because I feel like that like completes her look always, is just to have a cigarette in her mouth. So I'm gonna buy a cigarette and do that look. But if you want to see like any particular character, like let me know. I think that'd be so much fun. Are you guys down for an American Horror Story series? If you guys just like love the show or whatever it is, leave me a comment, let me know, because I think it'd be so much fun. I know it's not Halloween and we're like in between seasons, but this is when I miss it the most. So when it's like not airing and we're like in between, and I'm waiting to come back alive again come Halloween. So let me know. Let's talk in the comments. Thanks so much for watching.